Fine. Fine. Look, I know none of you convinced me, but I'm just gonna do a goddamn The Amazing Digital Circus review, so I can get this godforsaken show on my way. Okay? You happy? Good. So, I think you definitely should know what goddamn Amazing Digital Circus is. Considering that it has 400 million views. Well, in the pilot at least. It's actually kind of random, because, obviously, it's there. So I'm just going to review the show, honestly. Now, I said it was a Forsaken show. Do not mention the game. But I actually think it's actually a pretty good series, not gonna lie. I mean, that is at least if we do not count the godforsaken episode between episodes 5 and 7. But I am not even gonna pop anything down over that, to be honest. I spent 2 goddamn videos complaining about that, okay? And it still gets worse and worse the more I think about it. So to keep my sanity, and your sanity, I'm rarely gonna mention the episode. I'm gonna talk about episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. To keep our sanity so we don't abstract. Obviously, because abstraction, you get it. So I guess I just should do a quick review of every episode. I haven't done this with murder drones, and I'm not gonna lie, I think I will do another video about murder drones. So, and yeah, don't get me wrong, I do think that Murder Drones is a way better episode than way better show than Digital Circus. I wouldn't really say it's the best show ever. I feel like Angel Hair takes that. But we can imagine. So, episode 1. So, episode 1, I'm gonna also describe this with episode 2, because they're kind of similar, is, flat. I don't really think it's as good as some of the other episodes. I think the other episodes are, way better. And, yeah, I just, it's not really, that much of an issue. I still like the episodes. I think they're decent. I kind of prefer the pilot more than Candy Canyon, to be honest. And that is definitely going to be an understatement, so sorry, I guess, but, yeah, it's just, they're really flat, okay? Seriously, episode 2, I feel along with episode 6, you could just get rid of, and it's just not important. Sure, there is some, interactions with Pomni and Gummy Goo, but, Jesus Christ, I think episode 4's interaction was better than episode 2. It's just so flat. The only reason why, Gummy Goo's probably here so they can make goddamn Rufai 4 out of Pom. Okay, I'm not going in that direction. You sick frick. So I'm just gonna, skip these ones, to be honest. Episode 3 is definitely where it gets interesting. This is, the one where, they feature characters. And this is the one focused around Kinga. And Zubo, I guess. I mainly think this is an episode focused towards Kinga. Honestly, King is definitely one of my favourite characters in The Amazing Digital Circus. I really like his character. I like how he can be, a non-intentional goofball in light, but, a really, really good guy in darkness. He may honestly be, the kindest guy in the Digital Circus, and that is saying something, considering that Ragatha's personality is supposed to be based around that. I also thought the, ambush-looking head was really good. And the joke with, the freaking dead body was hilarious. I really liked that joke so much. Heck, surprisingly for a horror-themed episode, this episode's actually kind of funny. Really funny, actually. And this is when we get to the deep stuff, because episode 4 is definitely my second favourite of the series. This is the one that focused around Gangle, and as you can know, I freaking love Gangle! Seriously, Gangle's definitely my favourite character in the Digital Circus. She is so sweet, I love her design, and, her and, Zubo really carry the show for me. Which is exactly why episode 6 just butchered it! Sort of. I've said before that, Gangle's death was so ass. So, I'm not even going to get into depth of it again, but, the death is stupid. Zubo's death is also stupid as hell, by the way. Seriously. Like, the fact that, like, a single bullet, like, got rid of all of our guns is so annoying at the same time that I actively want to shoot myself with a goddamn gun! This episode is so, exhilaratingly bad. I freaking hate episode 6, and all of its problems is so vitriolically bad! I'm not talking about episode 4, I'm talking about episode 6, because episode 4 is a masterpiece. Like, seriously. This is like I think this is the first episode that really truly shows Zubo and Gango's relationship. I think it's so goddamn sweet, man. Definitely the best gay relationship I've seen in the show. Even better than goddamn Soluna, and I like that ship. We don't talk about the Owl House one. We don't talk about the Ted one. Okay, well, not to say they're bad, but like, okay, well, the Owl House relationship is ass, but like, not to say the Ted one is bad. So yeah, I also think them working at McDonald's is such a stupid but funny as hell idea. I really like it. Episode 5 is actually pretty good, not gonna lie. Like, I'm not even joking. Episode 5 is actually a pretty solid episode. This one features kind of 2 characters, like episode 3. Those being Ragatha and Jax, which, I'm not getting into it again, but like, seriously, this just shows how not important episode 6 is. Like, are you serious? I'm not getting into that. Because this episode just like does literally the exact same thing but better. This also features Ragatha, and I do kind of like that. I like Ragatha. She's decent. Not my favourite character in Digital Circus, but definitely a decent one. Alright, what episode is... Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Episode 6. Look, I know I said I wasn't gonna feature this episode, but like... I'm just gonna get over this briefly. This episode is so ass. I want to shove 100 big ass bricks up my ass rather than watch this goddamn episode. I'd rather watch paint dry than this episode. I'd rather watch 100 D-Tunes episode rather than this episode. It is that ass. And you know it's bad when I bring up goddamn D-Tunes, because he's like my least favourite YouTuber ever. And the fact that I'm bringing up it really shows how bad it is. The crash out scene is ass. Gango and Zubo's death is ass. The film scene, whatever the frick, is ass. The Ragatha scene is ass. Everything about this episode is goddamn ass. Well, that's my cover-up of the episode 6. I hope you liked it. Probably not. Okay, I'm going to briefly talk about this, but I'm briefly going to talk about the characters. I'm not going to say what I think about them, but I might make a video about where, like, talk about the characters. But yeah, I'm just going to briefly cover them. Pomni is the worst character in Digital Circus, like, seriously. I'm not getting over why I hate her. I'm covering her up in the character video. Jax is also god-awful, like, seriously. I used to hate him more than Pomni, but considering about one thing that has been featured in 2026 in February specifically, I think he's less bad. And some episodes he's not actually that bad. It's really episode 6 that I despise him in. Zubo and Gango are absolutely sweet. I love them. Kane is hilarious, and you know I think a character's good when I make, like, 3 voiceovers of him. And I have talked about Ragatha and Kinga. I think they're good. Yeah. And Bubble? I'm not really sure what to think about Bubble. And all the other characters are just good. Except Orbsman, he's the goddamn goat. Anyway, it's time to talk about episode 7. And good news, I do really like episode 7 and 8, so you don't have to hear me talk about, negativity. Unlike the previous episode. I think episode 7's really good. This is kind of the one that features Abel. He's alright. Like, I did kind of see the twist coming a mile away, but I still kind of liked it. And I think the twist scene of, like, Kane and, like, the end is so... It teases my brain. I had to wait, like, 5 months for the newest episode. And speaking of that episode 8... I'm sorry, episode 4, but it's definitely the best one in the series. Like, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. I think the, like, scene with Kane, like, every scene, like, the 2 primary scenes involving Kane both of the crash out scenes, the one near the end and the one in the start, they almost rival Murder Drones Episode 8, and that is actually serious, because you know how much I love Murder Drones in Episode 8. Yeah, I just realised. My favourite, in Murder Drones and Digital Circus, my favourite episode in the shows is Episode 8 for both. That's actually a kind of niche thing. But again, Episode 9 is coming out, which, can I just say, is actually so ass. I get your pilot got 400 million views, but the fact that you just gave an extra episode to a series I like less than the one I vitriolically love more is just so brain teasing that I'd rather shove 10 pickles on my ass. Especially considering I think it's gonna be a whole movie length. Heck, even a goddamn movie poster got leaked. What? But to be fair, I think it has been confirmed that Episode 8 is also going to be combined, so I guess that's I think it's going to be an hour long, an hour and 20 minutes long, so... Actually, no, I think it's an hour and 30 minutes, because I think that's how long Episode 8 is. So overall, it would be an hour long. Also, I should briefly mention Kane's musical number in Episode 8. Not gonna lie, I never thought they'd do one, but I really like it. It's so funny. And just comes out of nowhere. I really like it. Kane overall was actually a really good character. It's probably my second favourite character in Digital Circus. He's such a good character. I really like his design, and overall, I think Alex Rochon did a really good voiceover on him. Heck, the only, voice I really just don't like is Pomni's voice. It's just shut the hell up, woman! Make me my breakfast! Nah, that is crazy. Anyway. Sorry. Ugh. Sorry, I never laughed that much in a freaking cover video. Anyways, back to Digital Circus. Overall, I don't think it's as good as Murder Drones. Murder Drones, all episodes are a 10 out of 10, even if some are obviously better than others, but honestly, I feel The Amazing Digital Circus, as the first 2 episodes are meh. The third and fourth one are really good, especially the fourth one. The fifth episode's decent. Episode 6. Episode 7 is really good, and Episode 8 is a masterpiece. So, overall, I would rate it a 7 out of 10. Wait, no. I would rate it a 9 out of 10, but considering about the fact that Episode 6 exists, I'm downgrading it to a 7 out of 10. Sorry. Oh yeah, by the way, this is completely unrelated, but remember how I ranked Junior Spring Holiday a negative 7 out of 10? Yeah, make that a negative 8. I still have the same opinions of it, but I just whenever I think of negative 7, I just think of Johnny's Dinner Party, and that's a really good level in Backrooms. So just think of it as just think of it as negative 8, please.